The unanswered mystery? Where did the Sea Peoples go after destroying the Bronze Age? Welcome back to the Story Universe. Today, we diving deep into one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of ancient history, the collapse of the Bronze Age, a golden age of mighty civilizations like Egypt, Hittites and Mycenaeans, came to an abrupt end. And the main culprits, or at least the ones believed to be, were a mysterious coalition. The Sea Peoples. Who were they? Where did they come from? More importantly, after wreaking such terrible devastation, where did they go? Did they settle somewhere, assimilate, or simply vanish from the annals of history? Let's find out. To understand the Sea Peoples, we first need to set the scene. The Late Bronze Age was a period of unprecedented prosperity. Powerful empires controlled vital trade routes, technology flourished, and arts and culture thrived across the Near East. But then, around 1200 BCE, everything suddenly collapsed. Cities burned, empires crumbled, and a dark age enveloped the entire region. Scholars have proposed many theories for this widespread collapse: climate change, devastating earthquakes, widespread plagues, or even internal warfare. But one prominent factor consistently mentioned in the surviving records, especially from Egypt, was the appearance of the Sea Peoples. So who exactly were the Sea Peoples? This wasn't a name they called themselves, but rather how the Egyptians collectively referred to a coalition of groups arriving from the sea. In Egyptian texts, particularly from the reign of Ramesses III, we find names like the Peliset, Jeker, Shekelesh, Denyon, Weshesh, Lakesh-Shurden, and Yquesh. They were described as brutal invaders, moving by both sea and land, destroying the people and lands as if nothing had ever existed. They weren't just common raiders or pirates. Evidence suggests they were a massive wave of migration, bringing their entire families and possessions, seeking new lands to settle. Mighty empires like the Hatti in Anatolia, great cities in Syria and the Levant, such as Ugarit and Alalik, and even the Mycenaean civilization in Greece, suffered devastating attacks from them. Egypt, though significantly weakened, was one of the few civilizations that managed to stand firm against this onslaught. Pharaoh Ramesses III meticulously documented his wars against the sea peoples on the walls of his mortuary temple at Medinet Habu. These inscriptions are our primary source of information about them. He described the conflict as a fight for national survival. Ramesses III ultimately succeeded in defeating the Sea Peoples, both in massive naval battles and on land. He effectively destroyed their fleet and captured thousands of prisoners. But this victory came at a very high price for Egypt, further draining its resources. After Ramesses III's victory, the Sea Peoples seemed to largely vanish from major historical records. So, what exactly happened to them? This is the biggest question, and it remains a heavily debated mystery among historians and archaeologists. There are a few main theories regarding their ultimate fate. Theory 1. Settlement and assimilation in Egypt. Some Sea Peoples captives were indeed allowed by Ramesses. 3. To settle in Egypt, possibly to serve as mercenaries or laborers. Over time, these groups would have integrated into Egyptian society, gradually losing their distinct identity and culture. Theory 2. Settlement in the Levant and the emergence of new peoples. This is perhaps the most widely accepted theory, especially concerning the Pelesic group. Many scholars believe the Pelesic are the direct ancestors of the Philistines mentioned extensively in the Bible. They settled in the coastal area of the southern Levant, establishing well-known cities like Ashdod, Ashkelon, and Gaza. Archaeological evidence at Philistine sites strongly supports this. It shows the sudden emergence of new cultural elements such as distinct pottery styles and architectural forms that are not native to QAnon but share strong similarities with Aegean cultures, consistent with the migratory origins of the Sea Peoples. Similarly, other groups like the Jeker may have settled in Dor on the Israeli coast, and the Shurden might be linked to the island of Sardinia today, or some simply became highly sought-after mercenaries for various empires that emerged later. Theory 3. Disintegration and disappearance. Another plausible scenario is that the Sea Peoples coalition simply disintegrated after their widespread attacks and eventual defeats. Some groups might have been completely annihilated in battle, while others dispersed, scattering into smaller fragments, and simply assimilated into existing local communities, without leaving clear, identifiable traces in the historical record. Essentially, there isn't one single destiny for all the sea peoples. It's highly probable that a combination of these fates occurred. Some groups successfully settled in new lands, forming new cultures, while others simply broke apart and blended into local populations, becoming indistinguishable over generations. The mystery of the sea peoples continues to endure. They are a powerful and fascinating testament to the chaos and immense upheaval of ancient history. While we may never know every precise detail about them, it's clear they played a crucial, albeit destructive, role in reshaping the map of the Near East, definitively ending one glorious era and ushering in a new, darker one. The story of the sea peoples reminds us that history isn't always clear-cut. Sometimes the most pivotal figures are the least understood, and the biggest mysteries are what truly shape our world. What do you think about the sea peoples? Were they truly the main cause of the Bronze Age collapse, or just one significant factor in a larger, complex picture? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Story Universe so you don't miss out on more captivating history stories. See you in the next video.